Hey, welcome to the special Thanksgiving week fantasy football show. Is a special segment of the Father, Son, and Holy Sport weekly podcast. What's up, T?
Hey, excited. Big win versus G-Man this past week.
Oh, man.
It was
put
so
up some
much fun.
Points on me.
I put up some points. My team's just coming into form finally. Excited to talk
You
some
are
fantasy.
peak, and you're going to be tough to beat, but if anybody can do it, man, G-Man's team is ready.
Oh, yeah. You got a good one.
It's week 12, only 3 weeks left in the fantasy regular season. It's about positioning for the playoff and the seeding, man. All you teams out there, only two teams are on a bye again this week. The Chiefs and Arizona are on a bye. So if you have their top players, you got to move it around. But hey, we have a fun week coming up here with a triple header on Thanksgiving. That's going to be fun. Hey, y'all, if you like what you're seeing, press the like and subscribe. You can find us wherever you look for podcasts. Listen to your podcasts. We're everywhere at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. Let's kick it off with our hot and cold segment. G-Man's going to give you the hot players who will be good DFS plays, or do you want to make sure you start? Team Money going to give you cold players. You better watch out, man. They're going to break your heart. We keep telling you that, and you let us break your heart. All right. Hey, keep in mind, we're recording the shows on Tuesdays, so a lot can change from our show. But hey, man, we're giving the best we can. Hey, I'm going to go to our picks here, starting off with quarterback. I'm going with a hot pick for the quarterback. All right, let's go. I already talked about him once. Kirk Cousins of the Vikings, my hot quarterback, projected at 17.9 at a big week last week, man. 341 yards, 3 touchdowns against Green Bay, 25 fantasy points. He's now had more than 21 points 3 of the last 5 weeks. This matchup against the 49ers, they ranked 27th against opposing fantasy quarterbacks. Hey, if you're streaming quarterbacks, go get Kirk, fire him up. He's going to beat 17-9.
All right. I like it. Kirk's been great this year, so we'll see. My cold QB of the week, though, Tom Brady. I'm coming for you, Tom. I've been coming for you every week. I love you. I got your jersey in the back here from Michigan, though, because it's been that long. You're slowing down here. Brady projected at 22.7 versus Indianapolis. He only had 19 on Monday versus the very crappy New York Giants. They don't have a great defense. You know, Indy, one of the best defenses in the league. They actually lead the league in total turnovers as well. So they're going to turn that ball over. And yes, that means interceptions for Tom Brady. He's only had over 20 points 2 of the last 5 weeks. I think Tom Brady is the cold QB of this week.
What's his number?
22.7, good sir.
22.7. Okay, that's a lot of points.
That is.
But if anybody can do it, Tommy can do it. Hey, I'm going to go to the running backs, the hot running back. I'm going with the guy behind me, man. He's only projected for 14-2. Chubb carried the ball 22 times last week for 130 yards, 2 receptions for 14 yards, and a touchdown, 22 fantasy points. I don't care if Kareem Hunt's coming back. He's showing that even with Kareem Hunt in the lineup, he can still get his points. So I think that doesn't make a big difference. Not as big as they're saying here. Baltimore's 21st against opposing running backs. So a great matchup here. So, hey, man, 14.2 points. Nick Chubb going to beat that number.
I like that. I think he definitely beats that. But my cold running back here, this is the last time I'm doing this. I'm not doing it again, but at some point it's going to happen. Jonathan Taylor. Okay.
What?
At some point it's going to happen.
How dare you go against him?
I'm sorry, Gary. I did it again. It's my last time. He's 21.8 versus Tampa Bay this week. Okay. I said he's going to run all over Tampa Bay. I think he is, but Tampa Bay is 8th best in fantasy versus the run. They have a stellar defensive line. That's probably their strongest unit on their team is their defensive line. So they're going to make the Colts pass a lot. And I just think he cannot continue to go this long, scoring this many touchdowns in this many straight games. I think it's 8 or 9 straight games now with a touchdown, which is insane. I think he could run for $130 and not score. And that puts you at 13 points. I don't think he gets 21.8. This is the last time I'm doing this. Last time I'm going, at some point, it's like betting on black and it keeps hitting red. At some point, that roulette table is going to hit black. You just got to keep doubling down. So this is the last time.
I hope you don't win that. Hey, let's go to wide receivers. Let's go to wide receivers. My hot wide receiver. I'm going back to him again. I told you guys last week to go with Elijah Moore. I'm going to Elijah Moore again. Last week, Moore caught 8 of 11 targets for 141 yards and a touchdown. He also added 15 yards running. He had 30 fantasy points. He's only projected for 12.6. Okay. He's been double-digit fantasy points the last 5 weeks in a row. Come on, man. Fire him up against Houston. They rank in the bottom half of the NFL against opposing wide receivers. Elijah Moore.
Riding the hot hand, ain't he? All right. Well, let's move on to my cold wide receiver of the week, DK Metcalf. 15.4 projection versus Washington this week. They have an awesome defensive line. Chase Young is hurt, but the rest of that D line, those linebackers are still solid. They're going to get pressure on Russell Wilson because of how horrible that offensive line is. And Russell Wilson has been horrible these past few weeks. Metcalf is 5 points and 7 points the last 2 weeks. So if this guy doesn't score a touchdown, which that's how he gets most of his points, he's very touchdown dependent. I think he doesn't get to 15.4. Washington's solid defense. They've tripped up a lot of people lately. I think they give Russell Wilson fits, and Metcalf does not score 15.4.
Yeah, he's been so up and down and mostly down. So,
but that's the whole Seattle roster.
Yeah,
one week is boom, 1 week is bust.
You know he's got the opportunity, but hey, what are you seeing out there? Great job on hot and cold, man. That's hot and cold. What are you seeing out there on injury impacts, man?
I think the biggest one right now, Michael Carter is out. So look and go get Ty Johnson. He's not owned in very many leagues. He's already been getting bigger and bigger in the passing game and gotten over 10 points many, many times in the past few weeks. So with Carter out, he's going to get even more runs. So look for him to get a big boost. He's projected for over 10 this week and not owned, like I said, in many leagues. So get Ty Johnson if you have the chance. I would not go Tevin Coleman because I don't think he'll get many red zone opportunities, and he's only a rusher. Ty Johnson's your guy.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good. Let's go to take or mistake.
One of
the favorite games everybody tells us. I pick a player that had a big week last week. T-Money tells me whether we should take the bait or if last week was just a mistake. Let's start off with the quarterback,
All right.
Ben
Surprise
Roethlisberger at Pittsburgh. Big Ben, the 39-year-old, looks like he's turned things around after a rough start to the season. He's posted a 9-0 touchdown interception ratio over his last 5 contests. Can Ben keep things rolling in a pivotal AFC North matchup against the Bengals on Sunday? T-Money, is Big Ben a take after the bye, or would that be a mistake?
I'm going to give it a easy take. How about that? I like Big Ben as a great backup option on your bench. If you got a guy in a bye, you got a guy hurt, or you just don't like the matchup of your starting quarterback. I like Ben Roethlisberger. I have him in many leagues as my backup quarterback. So I think he's a great option versus a team like the Bengals. I think, they've been getting pressure with Hubbard, but I think it's more of a take than a mistake. I like Big Ben as a solid fringe starter in fantasy football.
Okay, let's move on to the running backs. We're going to Kansas City. We're going to talk about CEH.
Oh, my God.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire rushed 12 times for 63 yards and a touchdown, had 2 receptions for 13 yards, scoring 16 fantasy points. CEH has had a tough season to date, but he still has time to post some big numbers after Kansas City's Week 12 bye. Team Money, is CEH a take after the bye, or would that be a mistake?
Once again, I'm going to go an easy take here.
I like him. Easy take.
I like him as a flex option. He is not a starting running back. He might not even be a B-level running back at this point, but he's a good flex option because he has such boom potential with that offense. I do think he's going to get over 10 points a game. I don't think that's going to be a problem for him because how good he is in the
solid floor.
He's a very, very good floor. And look, they're going to rely on this run game more this year than ever because of how bad Patrick Mahomes has been. So I like him as a great flex option and a solid floor player you can rely on to potentially get 20 plus.
All right, sounds good. Let's go to the wide receiver out of Arizona, Rondale Moore. caught 11 passes for 51 yards on 11 targets against Seattle on Sunday for a total of 16 fantasy points. Moore has been a disappointment this year, but he still has some time to post some big numbers, and he's available on the waiver wires. T-Money, is Rondale Moore a take, or would that be a mistake?
That's a mistake. Like you just said, he had 11 targets, but he had 16 points. That kind of tells you there are a lot of short crossing routes. He's not an end zone target because of how small he is. And Colt McCoy is the quarterback right now. When Kyler comes back, he likes the big boys. He likes Hopkins. He likes Green. He likes Ertz. So I don't see Rondale Moore being a starting option. If you in a deep league and you need a flex, sure, throw him out there, hope to get a boom, but this guy's mostly bust. So that's a mistake.
Hey, we hope you love the show. Take or mistake. T-Money, great job there. And we hope you're loving the new fantasy football show brought to you by Father, Son, and Holy Sport. Press the like and subscribe and look for our podcast and our mini segments on all the platforms at Father, Son, and Holy Sport. If you're interested in sponsoring or being a guest on our fantasy show, hey, reach out to us, man. T-Money, good luck this week in fantasy. You're ahead of me only on the tiebreaker, man. I'm coming after you.
All right, man. Let's go. It's coming down to the wire. Good luck.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right. Peace out.